10:18. Welcome to Morning After, everybody. I'm Jenny Anchondo, and today we are talking about Thanksgiving. Is this the big debate in your family as well? Do we get together? Do we not get together? Who can safely come? I don't have the answers, but Dr. James from Diamond Physicians does. He is the founder and CEO of Diamond Physicians. You also might remember him from Chasing the Cure. Good morning, Dr. James.
Good morning, Jenny.
Okay, this is what everybody wants to know. Is there a way, like what we hear when people say, don't get together for the holidays, we all think, well, but in my family, we're just going to do something really small. What's your recommendation? Should we be getting together for the holidays or not? First of all, for Thanksgiving.
This is a really tough call. You know, Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday, and I'm experiencing these same decisions in my own household, my own family. So if you want to get together, you definitely have to limit the gatherings to 10 people or less. That's at baseline. And then I think the people that should show up for Thanksgiving or for family gatherings should be people that are not high risk. So no pre-existing conditions. You want people that have hypertension or diabetes or maybe a little bit overweight, and definitely people that are elderly probably shouldn't be joining the family for Thanksgiving and the holidays. But you have to make the decision that's best for you. You know, COVID-19 isn't going anywhere. Some projections will send us into late 2021 still dealing with COVID-19. So you have to balance, okay, living your life, reducing your risk, and making sure that we're not having super spreader events.
So here's the other thing I started thinking. What if we said everybody in the family is going to go get a rapid test, then come over? And I know some people will think, Jenny, that's a very neurotic thing to do, but I'm just trying to be a problem solver. First of all, is that an irresponsible use of tests or, you know, selfish use of tests, or is that maybe a good idea?
Yeah, so we're in a completely different situation as far as test kits than we were 3 or 4 months ago. I don't think that's selfish. I think that's a great idea. You know, I have a medical practice that we do COVID-19 rapid testing at, so I've been very fortunate to be able to test all of the visitors that have come in contact with my family over the last 3 months. So if you have access and the finances to test several individuals of your family, I think that's a great idea. However, that antigen test is probably good for about 12 hours.
Okay. Because
the incubation period of COVID-19 is anywhere from 2 to 14 days, you're not guaranteeing or reducing your risk to 0, but it's a great start. At least you know people that are entering your home or people that you're going to be dining or gathering with are negative for that day.
So for that day, so for example, it's not going to work if somebody's coming in from like hopping off a plane, staying for a week. It's not going to work for that, but it might work if somebody lives an hour away and decides to drive over for the day and then leave. Am I understanding that right with the 12-hour?
So it's a great technique to limit your risk for day trips and day gatherings. But if you really want to be super safe, then the guest has to come to Dallas, wherever you are, quarantine for 14 days, then take an antigen test and make sure they haven't come in contact with anybody for those 14 days. That's pretty unrealistic and very challenging to do. So I think the rapid antigen test for same-day gatherings is a great first step.
What about if somebody in the family has already had COVID? Is that a safe bet to bring around other family members or like get together with friends? I'm trying to figure out how many we can include as many people as possible, but do so safely. Does that work that way?
Yeah, that's a great question. We have had several cases of individuals in the U.S. and all over the world that have contracted COVID-19 twice.
Yeah.
So just because you've had COVID-19 before does not mean that you cannot get the virus again. Now, we also don't know how long the antibodies that are created when you're infected with COVID-19 and can protect you from future infections actually last. So that's a false sense of security if you think that you've had COVID-19 before or been confirmed with COVID-19 and that you don't have to protect yourself moving forward.
Dang it. Okay, Dr. James, you rock. Thank you for the information, for kind of setting us straight and giving us some options here. We so appreciate you.
Oh, thanks for having me on.
You bet. Here's his info, everybody. He mentioned he has those rapid tests, so if you do want to, send your family to go grab a test and then have them come over for some turkey, the website is diamondphysicians.com and then on Instagram at @the_Dr. James.